Okay, so if you just tuned back in, I'm sorry, there's no quote this week. I popped back into XCOM to resume the campaign, and if you'll remember from last time, we had an alien abduction mission pop up. And just as I was going through the hologlobe to pick back up, council transmission came through, and this is likely going to be, let's have a look, should be, yes, the Van Dorn mission, target extraction. I think this is correct anyway. Yeah, I think this should be it. And the reason I knew it was going to be this one is that I'm running a mod called Van Dorn in March, which ensures that your first council mission is indeed the Van Dorn mission. If you don't know who Van Dorn is, you don't know who I'm talking about, don't worry, you'll soon learn. So let's just have a look here. It looks like the alien abduction mission still has the shorter timer. So I'm still going to send out the same squad on it. And then we'll pick a squad and do Van Dorn immediately afterwards. So no Van Dorn on this run, but the next one will be Van Dorn. That is a promise, and something we can very much look forward to doing. It will be a real boost to the campaign as well, because he joins the squad as, I think, a specialist, or perhaps even slightly higher ranked troop than that. But anyway, we're going out on a light abduction, and it's in the UK on an urban block map. I've chosen to bring along an assault, rocketeer, scout, gunner, and then 2 more rookies who I want to level up. Let's do it.
We have visual on the mission site. Setting down.
The next deployment site is in the UK. Panic is spreading throughout a major city as the aliens move through the streets. We have to get a handle on this situation.
It's funny, this is probably for me, when I think of urban block maps, this is the archetype. This is the one I always think of. You have two large buildings, although I think this building is divided into two separate sections with a wall between them. And then there's also this strange little fenced-off area which you can actually get into using HE grenades or other explosives, but we've only got a rocket launcher, so we probably won't be breaking into here. This map can be very, very tricky, and it's also very much a map that's dominated by the high ground. So that's something we'll be looking to exploit with our squad. Alright. I like the feel of this group. Dula Dawit rolling out with high-cap mags and a saw. Carbine and rocket on Polina Grishina. A couple of rookies, Blackwood and Fritz Fischer. I see good things in his future for some reason.
Roger, Big Sky. Reading you 5x5.
Alex Anderson, an assault. I want to level him up and get him to some of the early perks quickly so that we can bring him on terror missions next month. And then Sophie Si, who's a troop who definitely used up one of her 9 lives in the mission where we got swarmed by drones and I played horribly. So, I can't imagine I'm her favorite person right now. Alright. So, let's see, where have we started? Looks like we've started in the back corner. The higher buildings are on that side. We probably want to... Let's see. I think we want to get onto the roof. Looks like we can already kind of partly see into the building. Just thinking which pipe we want to use. The problem with this pipe is that to take it, you have to open up line of sight up this alleyway. So we're probably wanting to get up here, use this pipe, get on the roof, and then see what we see from there. I'm going to use the motion tracker here. Oops. Alright. So it looks like we've got a pod maybe in the alley, or possibly inside the building. Well, that's a good thing to know. It sort of makes me wonder whether it's worth us kind of... whether we want to move around the truck, perhaps? Rather than go through the building. That might be nice. Like, we could kind of position the squad here, and then next turn move around. But I am wary of drawing, like, additional contact this way. If a second pod is further up the street. That's a tough call. Yeah, I think I'll, you know what? I think I'm going to go this way because, in fact, I think I'm going to just put the saw on this corner and just peek around. Because I'm pretty sure where that pod is will be behind that wall. I think we're unlikely to toggle them. And if we do, well then, we'll deal with it from there. Okay, yeah. So it looks like this room is most likely clear. So we can kind of start positioning accordingly. I'll actually just pull the saw back one square. Put the rocket on the corner to cover everyone. And then move the scout and assault up. Should probably have pulled the saw back a little further actually. Let the scout through, but that's alright.
Solid copy.
Okay, we will steady aim with the rocket, overwatch with everyone else. It's also possible that the aliens are on the roof. Okay, we've got drones. Thought I might have heard floaters there too. That's kind of a horrifying thought. Okay, I think what I'll do is just move... This is the annoying thing, I've kind of blocked everyone with the saw, so we have to move up with the saw first. I think I'll take this position here.
Solid copy. Enemies in sight.
Alright. So our first encounter with thin men, aside from that, landed large. So first encounter on an abduction. So we know where they are. Could actually rocket them. Nah, not quite in range. Okay. Well, here we'll be wanting to set overwatch traps for sure. Just think about this. Okay. Yeah, rocket's in a pretty good spot. We don't want to be taking this position because we'll get flanked. Might not be a bad idea to have a troop covering this side though. So I think what we want to do is move our rookies onto the two hardcover positions.
I'm on it, Commander.
Gosh, I would love to get my assault on the roof, but it's just so risky because we don't know whether there's another pod up there. Let's think. Oh, that's quite tempting. You can block doors by positioning a troop in front of them. The question then is simply, will the thin men be able to get up to here? And I don't think that's the case. So I'm actually going to dash our scout and assault right up. It's quite an aggressive play, but I think one that is merited. Be interesting to see how that all goes. Yeah, here we're really just gambling on the fact that because the aliens don't know how to open doors, they can only run through them, basically. Just trying to decide where I want to put the assault. Maybe I'll put the assault here so that we're closer to being able to spring out this way if we need to, while still being out of line of sight. Yeah, we'll go there. Yeah, they shouldn't be able to get to us. Okay. Now we just overwatch. I will rocket these thin men if I am presented with a clear opportunity to do so, I think.
Shut up. Listen.
Alright, we hear some drones moving. Here come the thin men into our reaction fire. And a miss, that's unfortunate. Let's hope Darwit doesn't get shot now.
That is not good.
Alright.
Incoming fire.
That plasma was nowhere near. Okay, oh, not very good odds here. Come on, rookie.
Negativ Schaden.
Okay, Grishina, don't get shot. Phew. Alright, this is a pretty good looking rocket here. Now, we certainly... That's funny. There's a thin man right there. Of course, I need to be really careful if I'm going to go running out there. What I would need to do to make it viable is actually move up. So I know there's a thin man there because sort of cheated a little bit there. That tile is blocked. We can't move into it. You know, I just noticed that as I was trying to reposition the scout. We obviously need to be careful not to get, you know, that thin man is quite possibly on Overwatch. Who's got the motion tracker? Oh, it might be the scout. Okay, that's good. Alright, so it's actually completely unsafe for us to pop around this corner. Because we've got, looks like 2 pods actually, one here and another one there. And if we ran out to flank, we'd get killed. So what we want to do is use a rocket here, I think. Just blow these guys up. I'm not really interested in being friendly to the thin man, and in this case I want to, you know, it's possible they don't both die. The rocket may go astray, so I think I'll shoot with the rocket first and then decide how I want to respond after that. I wonder if I can position things so that... That's interesting. I'm worried about moving the rocket too close to our own troops, though. But this would blow the cover of that thin man there, and then could potentially just sort of shoot from, like if we destroyed his cover, move to here, pop this door open, but even then that feels way too risky. So let's just drop the rocket right on top of him. Alright. And far enough away from our own troops as well. That looks fine. Okay. So it looks like we killed one, completely exposed the second. I wonder if we'd actually be able to get eyes on that thin man there from this position. It's quite possible that we could. Whether we'd want to is obviously a completely different question. Now, why can't our rookie see that thin man? That seems really weird. Okay. So what I want to do is funnel the thin man this way. There is one other possibility too, which is of course that the thin man takes the roof, and that's something we need to be mindful of. We probably want to have somebody spotting on the roof. Yeah, I think I know how I'm going to play this actually. I was about to say I'll put this rookie up, but it looks like he can only get to here, not there. So let's move the saw onto this position. Yeah, we'll go here. There's a chance we toggle a pod here, but I think they're more likely to be in the alley. Yep. Okay, and then move up with this rookie.
Position confirmed.
See if we can hit that thin man. Okay. So far, so good. This is a concern. Might be able to get it with an AP grenade. Oh dear. That was possibly a mistake moving the saw. Apologies, you might be hearing my my phone going off. I'm just getting a text. Let's see, can we... There's no line of sight down here. Jeez, just try and see if there's any spots where we can actually get line of sight on the thin man. I should have put him there. That was something of a mistake on my part. Alright, what I'm going to try and do is throw an AP grenade onto it.
Okay.
I'm going to have to keep leaving... Actually, this might even hurt the other thin man too. All What's good about this is that hopefully our troop here won't be visible to the other thin man, depending on where it repositions to. I think here I want to just push up further and keep blocking the door. And then I'll put the assault in this position to overwatch. And here we'll just hunker down. I've put someone up here because I'm worried about the thin man going over the top. Okay, let's see what happens. So I'm blocking the door there so that we don't get shot from that side. Okay. Oh, that was really unlucky. Let's do the full cover. Good thing she's alive. At least now we should be able to kill that thin man relatively safely, I think. Just pop around the corner with the assault. Let's hope he doesn't draw a line of sight.
Aye, aye, Commander.
With the other pod. Looks like we'll be okay. Alright. Good night then, man.
What the hell was that?
And then I'm hesitant to move forward on the roof because of the possibility of drawing another pod. I think I do want to get my squad up onto the roof though. Probably just hold position there. Let's see.
Verstanden, Commander.
Might put Grishina here. It's a pretty decent rocketing spot. And I'll get her to heal herself. Need to be very careful with her from this point on. And then we just reload with the squad on the roof. And she can hold there.
Got my eyes on.
Bereit zum Angriff.
Now let's just hope the next pod doesn't come down the street. Also, this door's open, which is a little scary.
What the hell was that?
Okay. So, our assault is actually acided, and won't be able to move until the acid wears off, which is a bit frustrating. Just trying to decide what I want to do with the rest of the squad. I don't really want to leave the assault down there by themselves. I think Sophie Si's position is actually a pretty decent one. And I'm hesitant to move this way because of the worry of drawing contact with another pod while, you know, one member of my squad is unable to move. So, conservative as this play might seem, I think I'll just move the rocket up onto the roof and then hold position with the front line, and then just have everybody up here just hold position and overwatch. I decided I wanted the rocket on the roof because we've got at least one pod as drones, and so I really want to avoid drawing contact down this side. I want to meet them from the roof, and having the rocket to be able to rocket drones that fly over the top
There's something out there.
sounds desirable. Okay, let's see if the acid has worn off. It doesn't look like it. No. So we'll just continue to hold position here.
Roger, got my eyes on.
Verstanden. Ich habe alles im Blick.
Got it covered.
Move to Overwatch.
And yeah, while it's extremely unlikely there's another pod on the roof, I just don't want to risk it.
What was that sound?
Alright, we're still acided. I think I will pull back with C because we want to have her come up on the roof as well.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
Okay, Posten.
I'm on it. Come get some.
Alright, hopefully this is the last turn of this. And here comes a floater pod, look. This is precisely why I didn't want to move forward with our rooftop squad.
It's hard to differentiate where the organic material ends and the machine begins. It's not going to win any beauty contests, that's for sure.
To say my patience was very much rewarded there, right? Alright, 2 floaters remain. One of them is here. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Let's use our motion tracker. Looks like there's just 2 of them. One of them is possibly airborne. Hard to tell where they are. Alright, I'm going to move the scout into this position. Well, actually, I'm going to move the assault into this position here, because they can reposition using run and gun if needed. Alright.
X-ray neutralized.
And so then we can use the scout to kill this one at close range. I might actually take a shot with it with one of the rookies. Let's see. Who's got... So this rookie's already leveled up. What about this one? David Blackwood also has leveled up. He has a grenade. I might hold that grenade, use it to finish the floater off.
Getting it done.
Ooh, alright. We've got, looks like a pod inside that building, or potentially on the roof, and that'll be a drone pod, I think.
Target down.
And yeah, we had this this AP grenade in reserve in case we needed it. So, again, I'm hesitant to move forward. There's a pod either on the roof or in the building, and if it's on the roof, I don't want to toggle a pod of drones with our rooftop unit. So I will just have them hold position once again. Maybe I'll move the rocket up a little bit, but otherwise I think we should be very cautious. Just reload.
Alles wieder im grünen Bereich.
That was about as perfectly a way to encounter the floater pod as we could have had. The good thing was, of course, had they flown up onto the roof, I would have had the rocket as a reasonably hard counter to them. Okay, now we can start advancing across the roof, I think.
Roger. Tracking.
Okay, that's good. And we want to get our scout and assault up here too.
Aye, aye, Commander.
And I've got the squad in positions where they can't actually see down into the alley anymore.
Idu.
Roger that.
Okay.
I feel, Commander.
Locked and loaded.
Moving to Overwatch. Locked and loaded.
Posten.
Quiet. Did you hear something?
So that'll be the drones. Hopefully they're inside the building. That would be really nice. I guess we'll find out by moving... let's see. Let's move one of the rookies up to there.
Roger that.
Okay, nothing. So let's just sort of swing everyone around.
Heading to that location.
The rocket up on the ledge.
Roger.
The
Track.
assault and the scout can take these 2 positions, ready to drop down into the street. So what we'll do now is move up to take this door, breach through it, use this door, breach through, and hopefully fight the drones inside the building. It's much better to fight drones indoors than outdoors, because inside they often aren't able to fly properly, and so therefore they don't gain the elevation bonus, which makes them harder to hit. Okay. Let's simply jump down here. I think I will have the rocket cover our squad from the roof to start with.
I'm on it, Commander.
Yes, sir.
dash up with the saw.
Roger. Track it.
Ich habe alles im Blick.
What the hell was that?
Okay,
Roger
we want to take this corner now, make sure it's clear down the alley, which it is. That's really good.
That's
And we'll
affirmative.
position everyone to breach through here. It's fairly unlikely that the... Actually, I'll just dash the rocket down into this position. It's pretty unlikely that they're in this tiny little alcove. They're more likely to be on the other side of it. But, you know, I'll play it safe, just in case.
Okay.
Alright. Actually, probably should have put a rookie on that corner, but that's okay. You want to have the access to the saw for shooting. Alright, we'll just pop this door. Alright. So the drones are almost certainly to be
Wilco.
in this room here. Put the rocket on that spot. Put one of the two rookies
Bin unterwegs.
in the hardcover. The saw can go there, ready to rush in. The assault can go there.
Moving to position.
And then let's put the last rookie here.
Heading for that location. On Overwatch.
Overwatch. Aye, aye. Roger that.
Combat zone.
Alright. Let's hope the drones are inside. Also hoping they don't fly up on top of the roof when we toggle them. That would be unfortunate.
Цель выбрана.
Okay. Oh, here they are. That's very sweet. I'd like to stack kills on my assaults, so
Aye, aye, Commander.
just move up.
No longer a threat.
One down. I need to decide who else I want to stack kills on. Do I want to boost the gunner, the scout? We've already got a scout we're leveling up reasonably aggressively. I might try get the kill on the rocket here, actually. Let's see if that works. Okay, no. Now we'll use the scout.
Okay.
She actually got holo targeting as well. But yeah, this is precisely why you want to fight drones indoors. Because, you know, they're much easier to hit.
All objectives complete.
Alright, that was fairly straightforward. It's a shame Krishina got hit through the hardcover by that thin man, but what can you do? I guess bringing smoke along is the answer to that question, but I think even then, you know, if I'd popped it at the start of the engagement, it would have worn off. Alright. And we're done. That was very quick, very easy. Didn't get any meld, unfortunately.
Remember, we will be watching.
Do we still have time for Van Doren? Yes, we do. Let's name a squad for this, and then I'll wrap up for our session here. Look at that reward. Brilliant.
Excellent.
And actually, I'm just going to see what country this is in.
Your progress.
Alright. I guess everywhere will be low panic anyway. Okay.
We are confident that you will handle this matter
So,
with discretion.
I'm going to be facing a lot of thin men on this mission. It's a shame we can't really bring our any of our A-teamers. They're all fatigued. That's really unfortunate. But it's okay. First we'll pick a scout. Here I'm looking for somebody with 4 health and 13 or 14 mobility and fairly poor aim. Let's see. Alright. I think I saw somebody who looked pretty reasonable. There we go. Anna Fraser. should just see which of my troops have really good defense. That's often another stat I like to use to evaluate my scout candidates. Let's see. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to go with Anna Fraser, whose aim is actually a little better than you know, my scouts often have, but that's alright. So it should be a scout. I think I've mentioned this before, but because scouts get lots of extra mobility, you don't actually need them to have super high mobility to begin with. It's often better to use that mobility on troops who don't get it, like Rocketeers, or saw gunners, tank infantry, that kind of stuff. Okay. Let's see, we want a saw gunner. So we're looking at 12 mobility troops with average aim. And ideally decent will. It can be okay for them not to have great aim, but there we go, Sebastian Duffy. That's looking... Actually, these are also very nice stats for a reactive medic. I tend not to worry about high health so much because they're really backline troops. These troops with sort of 70 to 72 aim are going to be snipers. Yeah, Wahid also a good sort of a medic candidate. Khalil's aim just seems way too bad. Like, you know, the reason I don't like to use very low aim troops with the LMG is that it's basically, other than the mech weapons, the most powerful weapon your squad has. It does so much damage, and you want to land those hits when you're shooting with it. So let's see. And I like making 12 mobility troops into reactive medics because medics also get a decent bonus to mobility, so it kind of offsets that. And you want them to have high aim. High health is also nice because they're more or less like sort of frontline or midline troops. So Duffy actually would be a good candidate in that role. Sorry this is taking a while, but I tend to be kind of particular with how I assign these. I should check for snipers. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, we have 7 troops with 70 or more aim. So we can actually probably afford to make one of those would-be sniper candidates into an LMG gunner instead. Somebody with one of them with high will. But that 72 aim is just a bit too good though. Those troops are, I think I'd pencil all of them in. 11 mobility, 70 aim. That could be a candidate, or 71 aim. Decent will. I might go with Finley Hunter. Less mobility, slightly lower aim than all of the other ones. Let's see. Yeah, 72 aim as well. 71 aim. Baigong. Yeah, let's go for that 70 aim. Here we go, Finley Hunter. Their will is a little on the low side. I generally like higher will for the officers, or maybe that should really be my consideration here. Since they all have such good since they all have such good aim, I should just go for the one with the most high will. So sorry, I'll review that one last time. 30 will, 34 will, but 72 aim, that's just a waste. Let's see. 31 will, 71 aim. Baigong. Wow, we really rolled a bunch of excellent looking troops. You know what? I'm gonna assign everyone else and then come back to that roll. And in fact, I should just assign a sniper. Okay. Jacob Stone, 72 aim, done. Alright. I don't approve of the handlebar moustache, though. Let's sort that out. Nor do I approve of the sideburns. No. That's just no good. Alright. I feel like he does need some facial hair, though. His face looks a bit scrunched otherwise. Just don't know what to do with this guy. Alright, let's give him a beard and a little bit more hair to match. Whoops. No. We went too far in that direction. Sorry about this. I shouldn't be spending too much time on it, but that'll do. Alright. Jacob Stone. Oh, hold on. And I tend to go for high cap mags and perhaps a medkit early on. Laser sight is also a consideration, but it's just small boost. I'll stick it on there for now, but I may come back and give him a medkit instead. Let's see. We definitely want a saw gunner. So that's somebody with decent aim and mobility. Let's see. Like Toby Gorman, for example. Yep, that's a saw gunner. Also give him high cap. And I'm tempted to actually give him a medkit so that he can, if he gets acided by a thin man, of which we'll be fighting several, he can keep suppressing. Alright, we need a rocketeer. So here we want somebody with decent mobility, decent aim. These are often the hardest troops to find, actually. But Afolabi looks fine. Slightly above average aim. Above average mobility also. But not very much health. And Rocketeers get extra health, so that's a nice nice way to offset it. They get extra health, extra aim. Where's our extra rocket? And what do we want? Laser sight, maybe? Might come back to that. Alright, we need that saw gunner. Sorry, the LMG gunner. And I often find that on this particular map, having a grenadier can be very handy because you're sort of fighting the aliens in a pit, and so a grenadier can nicely kind of lob grenades down into the pit. Tends to be a nice, reliable way of killing stuff. Mbukazi looks like a decent grenadier candidate. I actually often give my 15 mobility troops, make them into grenadiers, precisely because they're the ones who will be doing captures, and so that's the troop that you really want to have good mobility on. I already made a 15... I do like one 15 mobility assault as the covert operative, but we've already got one of those. So let's review. Got Aubrey. Actually, I'm going to do it with Aubrey. Ideally, you like slightly higher health, like, you know, something like that. Although those are good assault stats, actually. Let's see. Yeah, alright. Let's go with Mukazi. Make her into a grenadier. Also, grenadiers get bonus health, so ideally I like them to have quite a bit of health because it's a pretty dangerous game. But what can you do? We'll bring a mix of AP and HE grenades. A lot of the cover is cars on this map, though. But there is some destructible cover. So I'll go 50-50. The scout definitely will be carrying the motion tracker. And then we just need the saw gunner. see. Yeah, 2 gunners is really helpful on this map because you can, it's really, really nice to be able to suppress the thin men as they drop in because they come down with Overwatch. I'm almost tempted to just make Benassi into this absolutely incredible officer assault gunner with his really nice high will. Like, that will is wasted on a sniper. And we've got so many other troops with really high aim that I feel like we can kind of yeah, I'm gonna do it. So this is gonna be like the best aim LMG gunner ever. He's gonna be, when he gets double tap, Benassi is gonna be an absolute monster. Alright. And that 11 mobility won't hurt him at all, because he'll be dashing everywhere. Smoke. And a medkit. So let's see, what do we got? 2 medkits. Extra ammo for suppression, which is great. Grenades to kill stuff down in the pit. Sniper with the high cap mags as well. You know what? It is kind of nice to have one med kit that's sort of closer to the front lines, just in case you do need to, like having to dash your sniper up in the middle of a firefight to revive someone is not ideal. Especially if, both of your backliners are the troops with the med kits. So I part of me wants to swap the med kit over to give Gorman some extra like alloy plate maybe, or ceramic plate, but we can make do without it. The other question is, should I give Afolabi something other than that laser sight? But I think it's okay. It also kind of makes her, between the carbine and the laser sight, a semi-decent overwatcher as well. So let's go with that. I'll leave it there, and then next time when we resume, we can go rescue Van Dorn. So that should be really fun. Thanks so much for watching, as always.